Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer Review of Frederick. My name is Callie Say and I'm here at Transwest and Trailer Sales. So for those of you that aren't familiar with us, we're right off I-25, about 30 minutes north of Denver. We are Cimarron or Logan dealers, so if you're looking for a brand new trailer, those are the two options that we carry. If you're looking for something used, we take everything from little bumper pulls to big living quarters like the one behind me in on trade. Now this is a really special little trailer that we've got here. I know that the majority of what we do here is horse and stock trailers, but every now and again we have somebody that wants to build a really high quality toy hauler. This is the Cimarron Freedom with an outlaw conversion. They've become really popular over the years. We have quite a few of these actually custom built sitting on the lot right now that are all going out to customers. So it's something that has really caught on in the last several years. We did a run of these in 2020, and I think that it's just taken a while for them to gain traction, and now everybody's really excited about them. I think everybody in our office is at least speccing one or two of these right now. Now this Cimarron Freedom is a toy hauler, so that means that it's got living quarters on the front end, and it's got a nice good sized garage area on the back end. Everybody's looking for a high quality gooseneck toy hauler. You know, a lot of these people are customers that have had the typical fifth wheel or bumper pull trailer, and they're just not super happy with how the construction holds up over the long run. We know that Cimarron trailers with outlaw conversions can roll up and down the road for years and years to come and they can hold together. They are built with the same frame and structure as our horse trailers, and those guys are rolling up and down the rodeo road 365 days a year. We get older Cimarrons with outlaw conversions in them that still look dang new, if a little dated, but this is a really good option for those people that do want to put a lot of miles on a trailer and they don't want to have to worry about it always breaking down. So let's go ahead, start up front here, and we can walk you through some of the cool options. So you're going to notice this is a little bit of a different hitch than you usually see. This is a Gen Y hitch, and this was actually a customer edition. They shipped me this hitch before it arrived, and we had to do some measurements on how much tongue weight and empty weight this trailer was going to have before they could figure out what kind of setup they needed for this Gen Y, but it's a torsion hitch. So I was actually amazed at how well this trailer pulled across the street. We have all these dips and bumps on our lot just to allow for water drainage, and the feedback you usually get from the trailer to the truck, it's usually pretty intense through all those bumps, but this actually absorbed a lot of it, and it's amazing how smooth it pulled over. So I'm really excited to see how the customers are going to enjoy using this one. We love it when our customers do some testing for us and they help us improve our products, and that's honestly why we build such a good product here at Transwest. Is we have a lot of customers that like to innovate and design new cool things for us to try out. So it'll be interesting to see how this one works for them. It's got an easy open and close attachment here, so if you didn't want to climb all the way up in the bed of the truck to get that secured on there, just makes it a lot easier to use. And it just slid right up into our gooseneck coupler space here, and we can lock it on there with the pins and the set screws. So it's nice and secure. You absolutely need all your safety equipment on these trailers. So you've got your breakaway battery as well as your safety chains. Cimarron went high tech this year, and they've done all their users manuals as a QR code, so you don't have to worry about keeping an extra little booklet. That user manual has a lot of great information about maintenance and how to operate your trailer. So that's something that's nice to have just there on the trailer, ready to roll. Right underneath here, we've actually got a 9-foot nose on this. So the dimensions on this trailer, it's a 27.5-foot box with a 9-foot nose. That 9-foot nose allows us to have this great little enclosure under the gooseneck so that we can roll this down in transit, and it rolls and locks down into place here. But if you want to access everything under your gooseneck nose here, it's all kind of tucked away and stays a little bit cleaner from all that road debris that usually piles up in this area. Nice big 30-pound propane bottles. on this one right here. The standard is a 20-pound bottle, but those just don't last as long. So we'll upgrade almost everything we have in inventory, and we recommend our customers do too, to those bigger 30-pound bottles. This trailer is equipped with a lot of tech on it, just like our Freedom customers like to do. Now, a lot of you guys have seen our previous Freedom videos, are pretty familiar with the Xantrax inverters that we had. Now, the Xantrax was a really good inverter, but it had a pretty complicated interface. So the customer side of things, they was always getting into the settings and maybe causing some mayhem. This is actually a new inverter that we have. It's called the Victron inverter, and it is actually a more high-tech inverter. We actually went in and plugged this one into the computer and set all the specs, and they will be saved on this hard drive, so they don't have to worry about resetting it. So it's really, really high tech in here, but the interface on the inside you'll see is very, very simple to use. It's kind of a set it and forget it situation, except for when you dial what kind of power you want based on where you're plugged in and what you're using. But it's so simple to use. We are really looking forward to this. We've been doing it on a lot of our vans and everything, and we've been really happy with how they've performed. Because it's a Freedom and we like these people to be able to boondock a little bit longer, we've got this equipped with 4 house batteries, and they are all Lion Energy lithium ion batteries. The great thing about these lithium ion batteries is they're a lot more lightweight, so you're saving some weight there. They don't discharge that the lead acid, so if we wanted to, we could have actually stored these inside. And they have a lot more dumps and refill capacities, so you can use these batteries for a lot longer than you would traditionally have to replace a regular lead acid battery. They have their own battery management systems on them, so you can check the status of your batteries. There's a little on-off switch on each one and capacity, so you can see how they're doing. We equipped this particular trailer with solar, which I think is a really great idea if you're going to be using this trailer outside a lot, boondocking, not generally in a campground. It's going to help charge up those lithium ion batteries, and lithium does really well with solar. So honestly, this guy is going to be pretty self-sufficient with the solar, the inverter, and all of these lithium ion batteries here. Now under here, see some other things that you don't always see. We've got a electric over hydraulic slide out on this particular one, electric over hydraulic jacks, and electric over hydraulic disc brakes. So we're running on 2 7,000-pound rubber torsion axles on this particular trailer, and there's going to be a ton of stopping power on this one. We love those electric over hydraulic discs because that braking power is just so much stronger and smoother. And then because they have kind of a custom layout on this one, we needed to do, instead of an electric slide like you've seen on some of the previous trailers that we've done, we needed some space for some water storage. So we've got the we've got that hydraulic slide out, which is going to make it a lot easier. We were able to custom fit the length based on what we needed for the slide out, as opposed to just having a stick for a particular size based on the electric ones. And then that they are able to hold so much more weight with those hydraulic slide outs. So that water weight, we've got a 60-gallon fresh tank on this one. That's going to do really well with this hydraulic slide out. Now I'm sure you guys kind of saw from the view you got at the very front there, but this has a custom paint job on this one. So this customer actually did mill finish extrusions, but then they went ahead and had us paint the lower extrusions black, and then we've got charcoal metallic sheeting above that. So it's got a really cool look to it. I don't think that anybody's not going to notice this trailer as it drives by. It's going to definitely turn some heads. I think that black lower extrusion is just a really cool little setup. We love running these extrusions. It's not necessary on these Freedoms, but we love running them a little bit of the ways up. These extrusions interlock and all the welding's done on the inside, but it helps stiffen up the frame of this trailer from the front to the back so that you have less flex in the aluminum. Cimarron builds one of the strongest aluminum trailers on the market, but the more we can do to add to that strength, the better these ones are going to hold up. So we ran those extrusions all the way to the front on this one. There's triple hollow slats behind there, so it adds a lot of structural strength to the trailer itself. We've got a couple frameless windows on this. They do a lot of traveling, and they want to kind of block out some of the light that they get from, you know, certain parking spots. So there's less windows on this one than you typically see on a trailer, but you can see on the inside they did such a beautiful job. I think they're going to be so pleased with all the finishes they picked out on this one. I'm really excited for them to see it in person, because it just doesn't show as well on photos or videos as what you see in person. So let's go ahead and take a step inside. Right below this armless awning we've got here, it's an electric awning by Carefree. The controls are right inside here. So it's just nice to be able to zip that out if you've want some shade, somewhere to sit outside. So in the actual interior here, this is an Outlaw conversion. Outlaw knows they build a good product, so they stand behind it for a industry-leading 3 years interior. And then your Cimarron itself is 3 years hitch to bumper, 8 years structural. So there's a lot of great warranties on this trailer that are available for the first owner. Right up here, we're gonna start. We've got our queen mattress. Up here, it is a memory foam mattress. I have a lot of people talk about how great the mattresses are on these Outlaw conversions. I've even had some people order them specifically. Got a nice big TV up here. It's a smart TV. This trailer, like I said, it's got lots of tech on it, so it's actually equipped with Starlink, so they'll be able to get internet anywhere they've got a good view of the sky. And then up in the nose there, you can see we've got blackout curtains as well as day-night shades that you can pull down. So if they want to get really dark in here, you know, block out any street lamps or anything, they've got those dark shades that they can hide almost all the light on this particular unit. Up in the nose, you've got a couple cabinets up there. They're not very deep, but they do give you storage space for some additional items. And then you've got little spots up there that I did not get turned on before this. Storage cabinets all around. Outlaw will throw storage wherever they possibly can find it on these trailers. These are adjustable shelves with a clothes rod above. And then they've got even more additional storage here. This is a great place for a trash can or a hamper. Just gives you lots and lots of options for how you use this. Nice big fold down sofa here. You'll notice we don't have our typical Formica countertops on this one. They upgraded to Corian countertops. What's cool about these customers is they actually went down to Outlaw with me and picked all of the finishes. So they were able to really customize it to suit their particular style, and I think they just did an amazing job. You can tell that they've got a really good eye for design. I think this is a beautiful trailer. We're gonna definitely take some of the finishes off of this particular trailer and probably copy it onto some of our inventory ones. Like I said earlier, customers have some of the best design ideas and innovations, so we really like to work hand in hand with them to help us design our inventory trailers, so that if you need something right away and you want to pull up on the lot, we've got some beautiful trailers here sitting available. Now these Corian countertops are also carried into the kitchen here. We've got a recessed 2-burner cooktop, and that runs off those propane tanks that we've got up front. Nice big hammered nickel sink here. So if anybody has to do dishes, at least they're going to do it in style. Big window back here, and then you've got another interior light down low, so you can kind of light up this particular area. The convection microwave also has a light that shoots down. Get a good cooking space here. And then there's a switch over here that is actually for your hot water heater. So this hot water heater can run off of propane or electric. Now the propane is going to be a lot warmer, a lot quicker. But if you're plugged in somewhere and you want to run that off electric, save some of that propane, it always gives you that option. We've got beautiful glass tile backsplash on this one. And the backsplash they picked in the bathroom was actually discontinued, but Outlaw was able to provide a few options for them, and I think they really picked a beautiful tile replacement. The day-night shades, you can have a darker or a lighter version, so it kind of gives you some ability to change up what you're looking for. Underneath here, you do have your water heater. Now, we did some cool things with the insulation on this particular trailer. This is a 4 Seasons trailer, so they do have some tank heaters up here, which allow for camping and travel in the colder months of the year. But then the insulation itself is actually going to be really impressive on this one. We did a trailer that we spray foam insulated last year, and that customer has been very happy with how the spray foam insulation did. Now, Outlaw had industry leading insulation on their trailers prior to that, but that spray foam is a really cool option. So all the sidewalls and everything are spray foam insulated, so it's going to stay a lot more temperate in here based on the heat or the cold outside. You've got a nice big AC unit on this one. It's a 15,000 BTU as well as a 25,000 BTU furnace, so you can really heat or cool based on your needs. And then we've got an additional AC unit in the garage area. Now, because we have so much power that we're pulling from on this trailer, we optioned this one for our 7,000 Onan gas generator. Since we're Freedom, we love the ability to do fuel tanks on these ones. So we've got an exterior fueling station, which I'll show you guys, that pulls from that 30-gallon tank. So you can run your generator as well as your toys off of that fuel tank. Right over here, we've got that interface for that inverter. Like I said, the Victron inverter is very simple to use. There's not much going on the interface, which is perfect because most customers, they just don't need to deal with all the tech of everything. They just want to be able to run, say, their microwave, their TVs, without running their generator or being plugged into the 50 amp service. So this gives you that option. You've got your charger only off or on. So we've got this inverter on, and then you can set your limits based on what you're using and what kind of power you are hooked up to. So it's a really smart inverter, but very simple to use. We're really excited about this one. Your controls for your hydraulic slide are right here, and then your controls for your generator. So you've got your start-stop switch right here, very simple to operate. If we have this generator running, it's very quiet, got lots of insulation around it. So they're going to be able to run this and be quite comfortable and not have to listen to it roar in the background. Right over here, you've got all your controls for your interior, exterior lights, as well as your tank heaters. So it gives you some options there. You just want to make sure that you don't accidentally hit those by turning on all the lights. And then something that I really like, some cool little options here is they did under stair little rope LED lights. Kind of just gives it a fun little access, but it's a nice mellow light so that if they want to turn those on but not blast all the light out for everybody else, they've got that option. And then you've got little lower spots too if you want to run those at night to give you kind of a path to the bathroom. Little ottomans so they can kick their feet up, and they have some storage in them as well. They're nice and matching to the material that they have on the sofa, so everything's really cohesive in here. Now right in here, we've got our barn door. We did a couple things on this one. We did this strap here. Generally you'll see like a foot peg go down, but they wanted the little strap on this one, just so that they don't have to bend down and get that peg in and out of the floor there. And then in this interior here, this bathroom, we've got a little flip-up countertop which will be installed here shortly, a little safe, and then this huge side over here with all these adjustable shelves. So you've got lots of hanging space, lots of shelf space here in this bathroom. Lots of lights so you can see what's going on. Little corner seat here for the toilet. This is a porcelain toilet with a wood top, and we've got like the little leather poof on it. It's really beautiful finishes in this one. we've got a max air fan up here with a max air cover. So if it's raining or, you know, worse, hail out there, you can still run this little fan and get some air moving if you're showering in here. So you can have this area not become a humid environment. I mentioned we had to replace the backsplash on this one because our current style was out of stock. I love the backsplash they chose. I think it picks up a lot of the colors that you see in this Korean countertop. We've got this big vessel sink here. I just think everything that they picked was so beautiful, down to the knobs. This is just a really fun little style here. So you can see all the intricate details that they were able to pick out. Now, if you custom build one down at Outlaw, it's like building a house. You have so many options. Plan to spend a full day down there to pick out all your finishes and make sure you're happy with what you've put together. Nice big shower here with skylight. If you're a little bit taller, this trailer's 7'10" tall, so it can accommodate some pretty tall people. We like to do these Freedom 7'10" tall to give us a nice big entrance into the garage area. Now this is a 12.5-foot garage. Originally these customers wanted a 12-foot garage, but with my axle placement, my guys at Cimarron said, man, if you can add 6 inches to that garage, we should be able to get our axles where we want them on this trailer. And the customers were totally fine with doing that. They didn't want to sacrifice any space out of the living quarters. So we have this nice 12.5-foot garage. You'll notice that we've got charcoal metallic sheeting on the interior walls here and carpet down low. This was something that was designed by the customer. Generally you will see the white aluminum sheets here, but they wanted this just a little bit darker, a little bit moodier. It matches the exterior of this trailer. It's a really beautiful option. We've got these shelves up above, or sorry, these cabinets up above with these doors that are on little gas shocks, so they'll stay up and out of your way if you're trying to load things into them. Fold down shelf, and this shelf just suctions to the side there. Gives you a nice little workspace so that you can have somewhere if you're working on bikes or anything. It's nice to have a little bit of additional shelving. We've got one on the other side over there as well. By law, we have to have some vents here, so we've got these little roof vents that we generally use for the horse areas on our trailers, so you can get some airflow moving. But we've also got lots of other airflow options on this one. We've got another max air fan with max air cover on this particular trailer with a separate AC with thermostat. Once again, we've got these dark shades here, so you can have the ability to block out all the light on those windows and just really make it a nice environment. There we go. They shut nice and clean. We've got grease-zerk hinges on them, so you can always keep those hinges moving really well on these particular units. E-track, up and down, front and back. We've got highs and lows. They can get some attachments and really narrow it down how they want to secure their bikes, their four-wheelers, anything they want to throw in here. We've got a big 50 amp cord right here. So once again, we've got two ACs, 7 kgen. We want a 50 amp service on this one, so if we're plugged in somewhere, we can run everything we need to. And then the amount of light that we've got on this one, we've got all these OptiBrite lights up on the roof there. It's going to throw a lot of really nice light down here. As we work our way down here, we've got this dovetail at the last 3 feet of this trailer. This dovetail gives you a nice clean entrance into this garage area. We don't want people to have to worry about going over a really sharp, intense lip. So this not only gives us a little bit more room to get those taller vehicles in here, but it just also makes for a really smooth transition. You guys notice how much stuff we had up under the nose of that particular trailer. So we've actually relocated the spare on this one to underneath the generator compartment. I think it's going to be a really great place if he's got to ever change anything out. He can just undo the spare right there and just roll it right out the back. It's actually probably an easier location to change a spare in than you would see up front. Now the wheels and tires on this one come with their own warranty. It is a 1-year no questions asked, 2 years of roadside assistance, and 5-year against any manufacturer defects. We do what we can here at Transwest, so anything over a certain length, anything that is air ride, actually gets put on our alignment machine. So when they come in, this trailer was put on our alignment machine to make sure that the toe and everything is set exactly how it needs to be on this particular trailer, and that's going to help prevent uneven tire wear or blowouts in the future. So really great little option there. Another little roof vent, side vent option here, as well as another fold down shelf. So lots of great use of storage on this one. Like I said, it's a 12.5-foot garage, so it's going to give you everything you need in a small little package here. Rubber coin flooring on the floor, easy to clean, but also gives you some grip and texture on this particular one. And then we've got the spoiler, which these Freedoms have become so famous for, on the rear here. It's going to help keep some of that dirt, because a lot of these trailers are going to be traveling up and down dirt roads. Generally, they're going to be hitting some cool locations. So having that spoiler, it's going to help redirect some of that dirt away from this trailer, so you don't get that swirling at the rear and get a lot of dirt sucked in. As we work our way around this side, once again, you'll see that beautiful extrusion that we've got painted here. This is the fueling station. So you've got your fuel down low, which is so nice. I know that so many of our horse trailers, we have to do those fuel fills way up high, and it just makes it a real pain to fuel. This one's almost like your tow vehicle, so it's really easy to access that fueling station there. Right here, this is a lockable box, so if you don't want somebody siphoning off that 30-gallon fuel station, you can lock this compartment up. It's keyed the same as the rest of your doors, so it's really easy to access. And the fuel pump is right in there as well. As far as wheels and tires on this one, it's running on 14 plies. They're 16-inch 14 plies with aluminum black spoke wheels. The spare is exactly the same as what's running on the ground, so if anything happens, you're not going to be putting a subpar spare back on your trailer. Something cool that Cimarron does is their fenders are actually bolt-ons on these trailers. So if you ever have a blowout, generally it tries to take out your fender with it, but this is really easy for them. They can ship you a new fender, and they're very simple to replace, so it saves you on some labor costs, but you don't sacrifice on the look and quality here. Center turn signal light, that's something that we add to almost everything in our inventory, and most of our customers add it as well if it's over a certain length. But this is really nice if you're a little bit wider like you are on this trailer. We're actually 8.4 wide instead of our standard 8 to help accommodate those wheel wells that we've got in there. But this helps people that maybe can't see your tow vehicle and they can't see the rear of your trailer. This is another indicator light, so they can see if you're trying to turn or brake. Another running light. Just gives you some great options there. Generator compartment up here. So that gen door is just a nice little option. It just flips over to the side there. You've got your gen battery. Lithium-ion batteries are great for running all of our appliances and lights and everything, but they just don't quite have what it takes to do the gens. So this generator battery is next to the gen battery compartment here. If your generator's running, it's charging that battery up. If you're not using your generator as consistently as you maybe should, then it's a great idea to just put a little charger on that battery every now and again. Right over here you have your city water connection. If you're at a campsite where you've got some pressurized water, that's where you would attach it. Very easy to access down low. Once again, you're not having to fight for a location here. And then you've got your gray and your black holding tanks here. So you can get those drained out, cleaned out. You know, the nitty-gritty part of owning a living quarters horse trailer or toy hauler is that you do have to deal with the sewage and the gray water. So those connections are right there. This trailer does sit a little bit higher off the ground. So we've got a 3-inch axle block as well as a 22.5 down axle on this one. So they are a little higher off the ground. Those tanks are very well tucked up there. Cimarron coordinates with Outlaw when they build these trailers to make sure that they've got the spacing for those tanks so they can really tuck them up underneath. They make sure they've got all the cutouts and bracing. I forgot to point out in there, but there's a rollover sofa, and we like to know at Cimarron where those rollover sofas are going so that they can add additional bracing behind them. So there's a lot of back and forth that happens between Cimarron and Outlaw before these trailers are built to make sure they build the most high quality product that they can. Here's your slide out over here. Since we do have water in the slide, your 60-gallon fresh fill is right here. Once again, pretty easy to access. If you're going somewhere where you don't have access to pressurized water, it's nice to be able to have, you know, some fresh water on board. You can do some dishes, take a shower, everything like that. And then all of these Outlaw conversions come with awnings over the slide out frames, so you're not worrying about water getting down in there. Your power cord will be plugged in right here. As I mentioned, it is a 50 amp service, so we can make sure that you've got plenty of power to run everything you need on this particular trailer. If you scroll up here, you can see all these button lights that we've got on the top rail. This is going to be a really sharp looking trailer as it rolls down the road in the day or at night. There's lots and lots of lights to get this thing noticed. Alrighty, so this one is sold, and I'm so happy for my customers that they get to pick it up here shortly. If you want to build one just like it, it seems like that's kind of the trend that people are doing these days. Switching to a high quality toy hauler. You can reference our stock number. It's 5N231403. It is a 2024 Cimarron Freedom living quarters. I really appreciate everybody taking the time to tune in today. If you have any questions on this particular trailer or anything like it, like I said, we can build you one. Just go ahead and give me a call. My direct line is 970-309-6368. I would be more than happy to help you guys spec your dream living quarters. Thanks, and everybody have a great day.